Hello, my name is Currie from the Waikato Rugby Union. Today we're going to be talking about women's sevens. The New Zealand Rugby Union are putting a lot of emphasis on women's sevens heading into the 2016 Olympic Games. To help me talk about what's happening in the Waikato region is Reuben Samuel. Welcome to the show, Reuben.
Thanks, Kent. It's great to be back here again talking with you.
And what's your contribution to women's sevens going to be in the next few years, and what's your role with the New Zealand Rugby Union to get it up and going?
Well, my current role obviously is working alongside you as a rugby development officer.
Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I love working with you.
Great.
It's always a pleasure working alongside such a great coach as well as a coach educator.
Awesome, thank you.
But on to more important things, such as women's sevens. I've managed to gain a role alongside the New Zealand Rugby Union as a resource coach for women's sevens here in the Waikato Rugby Union.
Great, mate. And what's the plan going to be to get it up and going?
Basically, there's a series of camps that are taking place over the next few months. We have ours in March, and basically the call's gone out to any young lady, 16 to 25, whether they're playing soccer, cricket, squash, badminton, you name it, to basically have the opportunity to come along, show what they have, and potentially represent New Zealand at higher levels and possibly the 2016 Olympics.
How many registered women's rugby players do we have at the moment within the province?
At the moment we have roughly about 30. Thanks to a number of ladies last year, they revived the first club rugby team back in Waikato, but they play in the Auckland competition currently, and we have a few very good players there that are also helping with the Sevens project, such as Victoria Grant, Crystal Murray and Teresa Tatamaki and Hani Hidemi.
We've got a few secondary school women's players, haven't we? Like we had 12 teams last year, I think, playing secondary school rugby, so that's got to help you out quite a bit as they leave school. Hopefully you can engage them and they can play club rugby, which hopefully can get them involved or keep them involved in women's rugby and potentially, getting a place in the New Zealand Sevens team.
Yes, definitely. It's already started to help. We have a number of young girls that have played high school last year and have gone on to represent varsity this year. They've already had one game. They have another game coming up in 2 weeks as far as their pre-season goes. The school girls, we just had a visit yesterday actually with Cambridge High School. They had 70 girls turn up to that assembly as far as wanting or showing interest in the possibility of playing sevens. And also down south at Forest View, Tokoroa High and also Pataduru. So it's great having someone like Victoria Grant, the current Black Ferns captain, who lives in the area, to go alongside Teresa Tatamaki, who's a current Black Fern, and Crystal Murray, who also speaks about the pathways that are currently here in the Waikato as far as school rugby, right through to club and then also representative.
Because we've produced some great women's rugby players in the past, haven't we? As you mentioned before, Victoria Coots, Regina Sheck, to name a couple. Obviously you've got Crystal Kawa there, that's been a fine Waikato player. And Victoria Grant went on the overseas tour last year to England.
Yes.
She's from Waikato physio for our age grade teams actually, but it hasn't just got off the ground in the last 10 years, has it, women's rugby? And it's a shame that it hasn't been driven better. And I think as far as growth within our game is concerned and getting player numbers up, there's a great opportunity to make the most out of women's rugby and get those player numbers up through women's rugby, and hopefully something like what you're doing is going to be more attractive to play the game for women.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's partly why I sort of expressed an interest in this role, is that I do see great growth for the women's game, especially now that sevens is starting to play a bigger role, and potentially we might see some of our girls on the world circuit in a few years.
Awesome.
And who knows, they might be bringing home gold in 2016. Well, that's the hope.
Yep, that's great, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, good luck on this. I know you've got some great people helping you out. Crystal Kawa, Victoria Grant, definitely pretty driven and passionate about women's rugby, so I can see big things happening in the next 2 or 3 years, and you're going to be the backbone of that, with your coordination with New Zealand Rugby Union. So good luck with it all, and I look forward to seeing those numbers grow and getting Waikato women into our national side, and hopefully we do see 3 or 4 of them at the Olympic Games in 2016. So good luck for it all, Reuben.
Cool, thanks.